Hi, this is Mohamed from 90 Day Fiancé. You just listening to Jesse and Elaine.
Welcome to another episode of Bring Me Your Torch. I'm Jesse.
And I'm Elaine.
And Elaine, we're about to talk to the woman who really helped put us on the map, part of the show that helped put us on the map, 90 Day Fiancé, Danielle Jbali. Yes, she is keeping the name, as we find out in this call. I'm really excited to talk to her.
I am too. She's our bread and butter.
Yep, and she's got some great things going on in her life. I'm sure a lot of people will have bad things to say, but that's just the way the internet works. But she has some fun things to announce, so I'm looking forward to it. Let's talk to her.
Thank you for coming on. We're really appreciate it. This is number 3.
Yeah.
So exciting. I'm glad you're doing really well, and we're just going to jump right into it.
The important question for us, Danielle, is do you go by Mohammed's last name still, or are you back to your maiden name?
I still go by Mohammed's last name. I know people keep throwing a fit about it, why I keep his last name. And I have my reason. It's basically because it does cost money to change it because you have to get a new driver's license, passport, and stuff like that. Then you got to change it with the bank and utilities. I have car loans.
Oh, yeah.
Home loans. And I have better things to do with my time than waiting in line to change it at all these places.
So you'll forever be Jbali.
Yeah. And it's just a name. It don't define me.
You can keep adding to the last name.
Yeah.
So your next husband, you can just add it to Jbali.
Lots of hyphens going on.
Yep.
Well,
rack them up.
I'm really happy to have you on the phone today. Thank you so much for coming on. The first question I have to ask Danielle is that so we read that you are officially divorced from Mohamed. What is your current relationship with him? Do you even have a relationship with him, or is he just off in the wind somewhere?
He's off in the wind somewhere. He has not talked to me since the day we went to court. I'll probably get to see him again because he agreed to pay me some money, pay some of my lawyer's fees, and he hasn't paid that yet, so he's probably going to get a contempt charge.
Checks in the mail.
He said it was, but I've never received it.
You just got to send some ruffians after him to show him who's boss and say, pay up or else.
Yeah. And then I'm suing him civilly too.
Wow.
Look at you. You're going to be rolling in cash, I think, after all is said and done.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Yeah, all of Mohammed's cash.
He doesn't have that much, I don't think.
But online people are absolutely freaking out because they recently thought that Mohamed got deported.
Yeah.
But we confirmed that he hasn't been. He's still in the country.
Yep.
And we think he might be potentially probably still in Florida, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's where I think he's at. Yeah, I don't see him leaving without a fight.
But he's here legally currently, probably, right?
Yeah, right now he's here legally.
Okay.
If they do anything with him, it won't be till after he goes to remove his conditions.
Wow.
Which is coming up in September.
The funniest thing, when he first moved at least on the show to Florida, they had him walking around the beach carrying a skateboard. Did Mohamed ever skateboard when you knew him? That seemed very bizarre to me.
No, he did not skateboard when he first came in here.
And why is he on the beach with a skateboard? You can't skate on sand. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know. I don't know what their thinking was with that.
He needed like rollerblades or something, right? Roller skates if he's down in Miami or wherever he is.
Yeah. I think he's rollerblading.
So we got a lot of responses when Elaine announced that you're going to be on the show tonight. And one of the things we hear more than anything else is people. Obviously, you mentioned that you're going to have a civil court case with him, and you're still still, I guess, ironing some things out. But people are asking, why are you worried about what Mohamed's doing? Why are you looking at his Facebook page? Why are you getting upset if he's seeing someone? Why not just get him out of your life? Your daughters had mentioned, I think, in the first episode of this season, things are so much better when we don't talk about him. So to our listeners, why can't you get rid of him? I guess to quote a movie, you just can't seem to quit him, it seems.
Because for one, I've been gathering evidence for immigration. So anything that I find, it could potentially help with the immigration. And two, it's because at the time when all this was filmed, we were still married. And you don't see me posting and flaunting my new relationship all over social media because I have the respect for Mohamed.
That's fair enough. I mean, and Jesse, haven't you ever social media stalked an ex? Come on.
No comment.
We all know how that is.
Though Danielle, I think I'm seeing a potential spinoff here for next season. Danielle Jbali, private investigator.
Hunted.
Could be.
Well, I don't know. For me, I always see you kind of wanting to be friends with him still. But it seems like
I wanted to be civil with him and not have it be like this. But every time I give him the chance, he always does something to cause us to start fighting again. Because in the first episode, when he came to Ohio to talk to me, we got along almost the whole month of December. And then there was conversations released that he had and my stalker had. And yeah, that caused us to start fighting again.
So when you say your stalker, was it somebody that he was seeing, one of these women?
It's someone that me and him knew from, that was a fan of the show. She's like totally obsessed with us.
It's not me, is it?
No, it's not you.
Yeah, Elaine, you're obsessed with them. You're just not a stalker. There's a difference.
I dream about them. I literally, because I DVR Happily Ever After, and then I watch it at night, right before I go to bed, and literally Mohamed is in my dreams. I'm not kidding.
Dreams are nightmares.
He's usually with other women too, so it's not far from
tell me more, Elaine. Tell me more. Danielle, I don't take this the wrong way. I don't want you to think that, we're taking sides over you, but I kind of want to see a Mohamed spinoff too. I think like Mohamed Jbali, Uber Dater could be a good show, and he just drives his Uber around trying to pick up women constantly.
Yeah. That would be a good one.
Yeah. Oh boy! Well, so last night's episode, so Mohamed, his friend Diamond was on there, which I'm not going to judge her. It's an interesting name, but she was on there, and she said that you were harassing her and that you were writing her every day, calling her, saying she's ugly, that she looks like a man. Do you want to address those claims? Were you doing that? Do we have to shame you, Danielle?
But
no,
who hasn't?
I'm not doing it. I posted one picture in the group that I run, and I did not call her ugly. And then, as far as messaging her, I did message her, but it was for only one day. We went back and forth.
Huh. I mean, but how serious do you think that relationship could actually be? I mean, are they together? Do we know anything about it?
There was rumors that she was supposed to move in with him back in January.
Interesting.
You think she's just doing it for the cameras?
That's what I think.
Yeah.
And like the phone call that I made to him, there was more to the phone call, because when he was here in December, he told me that Louisa used him for fame, and he's claiming everyone's using us for fame and stuff like that. So I was calling him out on his bullshit, because that's about the time I found Diamond's picture.
Hey, I don't blame him using you for your fame, Danielle, because before watching 90 Day Fiancé with you on it, when I thought of Sandusky, I thought of the movie Tommy Boy. Now when I think of Sandusky, I think of you. So you're really the biggest thing to come out of there, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of a big deal, especially in our reality television world, because we're obsessed over it.
Yeah.
But the biggest impact that we've seen, though, has not been really on the fans or us or this podcast. It's been on your family and the Corey situation with the restraining order, and then your sister, Sarah. How's everything going with that?
Everything's going good. My relationships with my family are getting stronger. And then Corey, he no longer has the restraining order. So the next step with Corey, we're going to try to get that expunged off of his record.
Oh, that's good. How long does that last?
He can have it expunged next January. He has to wait a year after he gets off of probation.
Once that happens, he can beat him up all over again, right?
Yeah, if he wanted to, but everyone knows Mohamed to call the cops. So.
So for me, I worry because Mohamed doesn't seem like he's going anywhere, right? He's not leaving the country. He's still in the U.S. He's still in some way has to be in your life. So how important was it for you to have him apologize to your family when we all saw that that didn't go over very well?
The apology meant a lot because he's the one that he's the reason why me and my family had such huge problems because of the things he was doing, and they were seeing it, what he was doing.
And so they still don't like him because clearly his apology wasn't very sincere.
No, it was not sincere. So, yeah, they still don't like him.
It was kind of like, I have a younger brother, and when we were kids, I'd fight or I'd push him or something, and my mother would say, Jesse, you're 5 years older than him, say you're sorry. And I go, I'm sorry. And I wouldn't really be sorry, but you're just saying it. And that's kind of the feeling I got from Mohamed during that whole time. It's really interesting when you see how people act online. We get a lot of it, both good and bad. Twitter and Facebook, they're fantastic, except for when people are just being horrible, just the way things go. Yeah. We've seen both of those people come towards you, some with great things to say, some with mean things to say. But how have people been in real life when they actually run into you? I've seen some photos online where people are actually really excited to see you. Has that been a positive experience? Have you gotten any of these nutcases yelling at you when they see you in person?
I haven't really gotten any nutcases when they see me in person. Usually when they see me, they'll come up and ask how I am, and they say that they're praying for me.
Aww.
And then some of them, they'll ask if they can take a picture with me, and I usually do it. I do. But then there's ones that you'll see you can see them whispering after they got done looking at us, so they're talking about us.
Well, so is that one of the reasons you kind of wanted to keep your new guy off of any social media or out of the spotlight because of all this pressure?
Yeah, that is the reason, because he's a very private person, and he has been with me for the most part throughout the journey. He knows what I went through because we were friends beforehand. So, and he don't want nothing to do with the TV.
Really? So we're not going to see him on the next season?
No.
Can you blame him? There are people out there with nothing better to do than, like us, but with nothing better to do than to just research him and start bugging him and sending him messages. And once you kind of fall into this reality TV celebrity world, it's kind of hard to get back out of it.
Yeah, yes, it is. So I don't post pictures with me with him. When I go to see him, I don't post it. So, and when we're together, we don't go out very much. We usually stay like around his friends or stuff like that. So we know we're kind of safe.
That's good. At least you have some safe spots. You can always get a hotel or something.
Yeah.
So moving on to some other couples from 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Visa and George. What is that about? She physically abuses him on camera? I mean, do you see any sort of parallels
to any other couples maybe on the show? Yeah.
Or to your relationship with Mohamed and some of the abuse that he kind of...
Yeah, I mean, Mohamed's never physically abused me, but I have seen Antisa call him names and stuff, and Mohamed used to call me names. And so I don't like that. And I think it's going to take George a long time before he wakes up and realizes that she's not a good person.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. George has his issues, but nobody deserves to be treated that way.
No.
If he lied to her about how much money he had, that's on him. But if that really upsets her, she should go back home. She shouldn't stay in this relationship and smack him when he wants to see his family, or throw keys at him, or just lock him out of the house, or do any of this insane stuff. And I think she gets away with more of this stuff because she's a woman hitting a man. Where if it was reversed, could you believe the outcry there'd be on this?
Oh, gosh.
I know. There would be an uproar if it was reversed, that he was hitting her. He'd be done off the show.
Well, and quite
Double
honestly,
standard.
yeah, I don't want to put out there about abuse, because abuse is horrible no matter what. But I think when it comes to men being abused, they probably suffer silently because they're embarrassed and they don't want to, tell people that my wife is beating me up.
Yeah.
And so I think this could be a real teachable moment, I think.
Yeah, it can, because he was. In last night's episode, when he was talking to his sister, he said he was ashamed of Ellen for what was going on.
It's just sad.
It's also verbal. Her screaming at him at the top of her lungs like she's being killed in the other room is frightening, really.
Yeah.
I guess she's pretty, but she's not pretty enough to put up with that stuff, I'll tell you that.
No.
But no, I would say nobody's pretty enough though to put up with that.
Yeah, except me and Danielle, of course.
Hey, I feel pretty every once in a while. Give me some due. But, another person I really want to bring up, also on Happily Ever After, is Lauren. I call her this, and it's okay because I'm Jewish. She's definitely what we call a Jap, a Jewish American princess. And she had some negative things to say about you recently. I think on Fox News, it kind of ticked me off. They were talking about your relationship, and she said, regarding you and Mohamed, it's a joke, it's a circus act. And when Alexi tried to kind of maybe smooth things over and said, everybody has their reasons for being on the show, she said, we know their reasons. Where's this hatred coming from Lauren? Where's this shade coming from?
She thinks that me and Mohamed disgraced the K-1 visa. And after we did the tell-all and I got back from New York, I had messaged her because she was even said it on the tell-all. And I told her that I don't appreciate her throwing me in the ring with Mohamed and Thisa and George because she threw them in the ring too. I said, I know with my heart that I did it for the right reasons. I can't speak for Mohamed because I know the things that he has done, and it don't show that he's done it for the right reason.
Well, and honestly, coming over from Israel to the United States, in my view, would be probably an easier transition than coming over from Tunisia to the United States, too.
Yeah.
Right? So.
Yeah, but somehow Alexi seems a lot more miserable, but we won't go there because that's for another podcast.
Yeah, really.
So do you want to say anything to the haters, though?
Yeah, do something nice. You can be nice. You can yell at them. What do you want to say to these people who are just, cruel to you?
Well, I could say that because of their hate, I'm going to be starting a new journey because I've been so popular with the 90-Day series. I recently signed on with Gina Rodriguez to manage me.
Ooh.
And she's the manager of Mama June.
Awesome.
Now, is this an exclusive? Or are you announcing that here, or has it been out there already?
It's been out there for a week.
Oh, too bad. I thought maybe you were going to break in news.
Yeah, so she has some big plans for me.
And you know what? Mama June wishes she had as much potential as you do in the celebrity world. So I think you're going to be going places. And I'm sure all those same haters are probably going to be telling us we're being way too nice to you. But you know what? You're coming on our show. We're not going to be mean to you.
Yeah.
And before we go, can you tell us if you are really over Mohamed and really done with him, or are you guys going to be back for another season with all this drama?
I don't know if we'll be back for another season because, like I said, I signed with Gina and she has another show in mind for me. But as far as Mohamed, I am over him because the relationship that I have now is totally different from Mohamed. I mean, this person respects me. He cherishes me. He's there for me. He loves me for me.
Well, we're really happy for you. I mean, your career's taking off, your love life's taking off, your family's getting back together. I mean, what else could be going? I mean, everything's great for you right now.
And personally, Danielle, I'll tell you this. You can tell Gina that, whatever you're doing next, if you need a podcast on some kind of show or something, they can always give us a call. We'll always lend our voices, of course.
Yep. I will tell her that.
Woohoo! Well, as always, Danielle, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on here. I think coming on here is great for the people who want to hear what you have to say off of the show. We don't edit anything on our podcast. What you hear is what you get. So I'm looking forward to a lot of people listening, a lot of people saying nice things, a lot of people being mean. But you know what? You're getting your story out there, and I think that's what's important.
Yep.
They're still listening.
And that's what I want. I want my story out there because I get messages every day from other women who's been used or they're in an abusive relationship and they see my story and then they think twice. They do.
Well, we're really here to support you and whatever you do. And thank you so much for coming on. And we look forward to having you on a fourth time on our podcast.
Yeah, maybe when you start your journey in your new whatever it may be, we look forward to having you hopefully back on to talk about that.
Yep. Thank you for having me.
Thanks,
Have a
Danielle.
wonderful night.
Thanks.
Well, that was fun as always, Elaine. I always love when we can get Danielle on the phone.
That was great. We always learn something new when we talk to her, don't we?
Yep, and hopefully it also corresponds with a spike in our listeners and with our
Thanks for listening,
YouTubes and everything.
guys.
Yeah, and if you want to find out more about us, you can go to our website at www.bringmeyourtorch.com. But where else can you find us?
Facebook.com/bringmeyourtorch or Twitter.com/bringmeyourtorch without the H.
No H. You can find us on iTunes. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Stitcher. Anywhere you go, you're going to find us on there. You're going to love us. You're going to listen to us. It's going to be great. And after you listen to all of our other shows and listen to all of our other wonderful interviews, you can just realize that you may have come here as a stranger, but you're leaving as a friend. We'll see you next time on Bring Me Your Torch.
Bye.